My name is Monika Jazyk. I'm a real estate investment specialist and wealth builder, and I'm owner of Real Property Investments, helping real people build real wealth through real estate. But most importantly, I'm a mother of 4 wonderful, yet expensive children, and a wife to my wonderful husband and business partner, Vaughn. I'll take you back about 13 years. Vaughn and I were newly married. We had our first son, he was 8 months old, and I was finishing up my master's degree in teaching. And I was required to go into the classroom for 12 weeks. Like many working full-time moms, that was the road that I had to go down. And I didn't think much of it at the time. But shortly into it, I realized this was not for me. I wasn't the teacher I wanted to be, but more importantly, I was not the mother I wanted to be. And I left the best part of myself at daycare, 7 o'clock every morning. So shortly into this completion of this program, my husband and I had a big discussion. And I said, you know what? I think that my #1 job should be a mother to this child and any other children that we have. And happily, he agreed. And we've held true to that promise. As you noticed, we've added to our brood substantially, and having 4 small children is very busy. But we were living our personal dream, and we achieved our personal goal, but at the same time, we were living a financial nightmare. Anyone who lives in Markham knows how expensive it is to live here or even in York Region, and living in one salary was very, very difficult. Now, it wasn't the day-to-day that concerns me, because that always works it out. It was the bigger ticket items. It was retirement. It was, how are we paying for 4 children's university education? The only solution was me leaving and going to work full-time, but my children seemed to need me more as they grew older. So our dilemma was, how can we get our money working for us rather than us working for our money? Now, we were on what I call today the government hamster wheel, which is you go to work and you do the right thing and you have a job, but you're really taxed almost equivalent to what your earnings are. And then somehow you squeak out 10%, like you're instructed to do, and put in these wonderful investment vehicles called mutual funds. And then you're getting minimal, if not negative returns. Because when we were struggling day to day, I was very aware of the finances and how our investments were performing. And there was no way that we were going to reach retirement without me working full time. So I made it my mission to investigate other strategies where we could use to grow our money. And mutual funds, obviously, you know how I feel about that. Stocks were too volatile for me. It was real estate. So I decided I'd become an expert on real estate. And no, I did not go out and become a real estate agent, and I'm not a real estate agent. A lot of people think I'm an agent. I invested in our education to learn about how to do real estate investments properly and successfully. And I also learned about alternative investment products and private market products. Now, it wasn't an uneventful journey, that's for sure. We certainly had our ups and downs, but by being proactive and learning to do this, in 3 years, we created a wealth portfolio for ourselves that not only created the monthly cash flow we needed for me to continue to stay home, it covered the university education for all 4 children and our retirement. But most importantly, what came of it was a business. If we could learn to do this ourselves and we mastered a system for wealth building and investing in real estate properly, how can we help others achieve the same dream as us? And that's how Real Property Investments was born. The theme tonight is about contributing back to society. So I love this saying, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And not only have we created a life of freedom for ourselves, but we've helped over 800 investors create a life of freedom for them as well. whatever that means to them, and help them achieve their personal and their financial goals. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm a lifelong Markham resident, and we spend a lot of our time, because yes, now with freedom comes time, giving back to Markham, and we have been blessed to do all sorts of things in Markham to share our wealth building journey with others. One of our most exciting things that happened this year is we recently published our book, Real Estate Mistakes, Our Mistakes, Your Success, to help people invest in real estate and be aware of some of the obstacles that may come up. We also volunteer with the Markham Stouffville Hospital and volunteer at their events, and we're also part of the Markham Stouffville Young Leaders, and we've sponsored several events such as the Night at the Races. To spread the word even furthermore, I have partnered with 2 other female investors, and we created MORE, the Mothers of Real Estate, to really inspire mothers and others and get women to be more proactive in finance and wealth building. Thanks to Lucas, Startup York, he's gotten us in some high schools, and we are able to spread the word about entrepreneurialism and different opportunities to high school students. And starting January, we'll be doing the same with elementary students, getting them more knowledge on money, investments, and how it works, as well as obviously the journeys of being an entrepreneur. Another exciting thing that we work on every other month is with Evelyn, and she is fantastic. We've been with the Markham Public Library for 2 years now, and we provide free financial seminars to provide financial literacy and real estate investment education to Markham citizens like yourselves, to let you know what's going on in the market, in the housing market, and it's not a sales pitch or any products that we're related with. We really try to touch on issues that are relevant and pertinent in Markham and provide a forum and panel experts for you to get all your questions answered. Another exciting project we're working on is with a developer right here in Markham who's bringing affordable housing to Markham. And that is something I'm really passionate about, because there's a huge discrepancy of affordable housing versus subsidized housing. And affordable housing is something every community needs, and it impacts all of us. So I'm very passionate about creating educational workshops and forums and seminars that are absolutely free of cost just for Markham residents like yourself, just to help you get more knowledge on happenings as well as opportunities available. Too many of us live ordinary lives because we don't know about the options that are available. We don't know what we are truly capable of, and we don't know how to create the life that we really want. And I'd encourage all of you today in this room to really live the impossible, because the only thing that is impossible is the word impossible, because it actually says, I'm possible. So, okay. This is a sample of sort of what our everyday life looks like today, and this is the freedom of our life. It's basically meeting our goals, maintaining the integrity of commitment to my family, as well as creating a growing and sustaining business that contributes back to society. So it was supposed to come up all as one montage, but you can see our life is a very simple mix of family, of friends, of travel, of freedom, of real estate because we're passionate, and mixing work and pleasure in a job that we love, and really feeling like that we make a contribution to the greater society, because that is what it's all about. So I encourage you all tonight to live the impossible and to create the life that you want, not the life that you're given. Monika Jazyk, Real Property Investments. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Let us help you get there. Thank you.